All right, next up, we go back to San Jose State with Cathy Busalacchi. Cathy?
As Ken said, my name is Cathy Busalacchi. I've known Wiggsy for almost 30 years now. I first met Wiggsy when I was a young professional back in 1989. And it was probably 2 months I was there, and we opened our first sport club. And we had a young person come in, a young man come in and said, "I'd like to join." He said, "And I would like to have family membership." But the family membership was his partner who was male. And the young person at the front desk said, "I don't know if we can do that." Well, the young man left. Well, guess what happened? Next morning, I get a call at 9 a.m. in the morning. Wiggsy's on the phone. "Who are you?" Then she went on and said, "The F word started to fly for 15 minutes. And I'm surprised because tonight it hasn't. She hasn't used it once. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was to bleep this out, it would sound like Morse code, because that's how many times she was using it. And at the end of her rant, I said, "Okay, so what do we do? Tell me what we do to fix this." So we sat down and we talked about it. Then I invited her to do a training for us, and as I walk in, she's looking at me, kind of like this, and I'm thinking, all of a sudden I knew she had put the L word on my forehead. And she did. And I hadn't been out. I didn't feel safe at San Jose State, and I hadn't been out. By the end of that year, she had outed me. But I always knew she had my back. And I think for anyone at San Jose State, as many people who would walk in a room and say, "Oh my God, here she comes." But when things got tough, who was the first person they called? Wiggsy. All of us. So, and she's always supported me from my career. I started in the sport club, I became an associate director, an executive director, and AVP of campus life. She was always there. And when I was in housing, overseeing housing, and we had issues, whether it was a suicide or there was issues with fire or something else that would go on, because there would always be issues. I could call Wiggsy at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. She would be there. You can always count on her. And on a personal note, as I've had some personal issues with my health over the past few years, and recently with the passing of my mom, first thing when I call Wiggsy and we talk often, she says, "How do I help you? How can I be there?" And for any of you who become friends with Wiggsy, it's the first thing she says to you. So thank you.
Thank you.